is John Williamson. I am the Senior VP of Bandit Productions as well as music dealers.
My name is Brandon Smith. I'm 27 years old. I am the Vice President of Bandit Productions and a partner of music dealers.
So, how did I get started in music? Back in probably 1996.
Woo! I was in 8th grade.
I bought my first pair of turntables after I saw the movie Juice. I wanted to be a DJ then. So I spent all my money on records and DJed house parties and all sorts of things like that. In 1999, I moved from the west suburbs to Chicago. And that's kind of how I dove headfirst into the music business. That year I started a record label called Frontline Entertainment. From 99 till about 2004. It was probably one of the more successful independent hip-hop record labels in Chicago hip-hop history, I guess you could say. We had national releases, national tours, a bunch of different artists that have all gone on into other things in their careers. From that point on, Frontline kind of got a little too big and unmanageable. And I started seeing that I didn't really want to put out records anymore based on the way that the industry was going. And I linked with Juice at the time, the legendary hip-hop artist from Chicago. Started managing him from probably 05 to 07. And 07 is when I met Eric Scheinkopf, which is the third head to this whole operation. And we created, he was already doing Bandit then, but in that year, 07, we kind of gave it a facelift, changed it all around from a record label to more of like a brand management company and an artist management company. And then that eventually had an offshoot of music dealers, which was music licensing. So that's like the Cliff Note version of however many, 14 years of music like this.
Cool.
Right.
Well, my story isn't as elaborate as he, but I guess like as far as music industry, I mean, if you want to call throwing parties a part of the music industry, which at that point in time I didn't consider that. In 04, I moved out to LA after I graduated from college, and I was doing like party promotions for like LAX and the area out there. And I came back because I was doing a little too much partying. And I got a square gig at the Board of Ed doing like grant writing. And, you know, I liked it because of the money, but it wasn't what I was passionate about. I love music, and, you know, it was in around, what was that, 07 then? Yeah, 07. I ran back. I'd always been in communication with Eric, as John stated, was our third partner, and, you know, I was always privy to what he was doing and parties that he was throwing, and, you know, the stuff with Juice and the Machine that he was doing, and, you know, I started to get involved on a part-time basis with, you know, Eric just helping out where I could, hosting parties and stuff like that. And, you know, it finally got to a point where, you know, both Eric and John's vision, I guess, was, you know, something larger than what it was at the time. And, you know, they just needed some manpower and some people to, you know, get down with the team and really try to focus in on how to expand the business. And, you know, they presented me with the offer. And, you know, I felt like it was a time for me to make a change in my life and do something, take a risk. Because as most people know about me, I'm not really too scared to take risks.
I think maybe I can cut in just a little bit.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't as easy transition as he's talking about. It wasn't, we presented him an offer and he was like, cool, I'm on board. It was a situation where he was like, basically, I'm making X amount of dollars. I mean, he had a comfy job for the Board of Ed. It was like, I'm making X amount of dollars. If you guys can pay me that, cool, I'm down. So we were basically like, you have two options. Your first option is you can wait around, and when we can afford to pay you that, cool, then you'll just be an employee, and we'll bring you on for that amount of money. Or you can make nothing right now, sacrifice everything, come on, and we'll give you, we'll make you a partner and bring you in on the company.
I decided to make the sacrifice, and it definitely was worth it because, you know, I think working with these guys more and more as the years went on, I think that, I started to understand that the type of person that I am, at least, I don't deal well with authority, and I'd rather, have a say and have a piece in, whatever's being presented or whatever our next move is, and have my word actually be valued and taken seriously. And that's just the type of guy I am, and, it's definitely, I made the right decision, put it like that. And now we're here. See the tattoo? That's what it is. I think what Bandit Productions is, as a company, we are, like John said earlier, is a brand development / lifestyle marketing company, and we are also an artist management company. I think what we represent, at least I would hope that this is what we represent to people that we do business with, and that, we meet in, the entertainment industry here in Chicago and abroad, is, a group of individuals that, strives to, not only put out an amazing product, but that does it in a way that is, I guess, just original, and, it's new, it's refreshing. I think that we kind of go against the grain, where it's like, there's certain moves that we've made in our history that, a lot of people go, why would you do that? Like that's kind of crazy. But it's something that we truly believe in, and, we have our own business model for the way we handle business. We could go after, a lot of the, I guess, created or put together artists, just because it's what's relevant at this point in time. Like, there's plenty of artists right now that are latching on to trends, and, that's what they're doing. And I don't want to call them gimmick artists, because, they take their craft seriously. But I think that we choose artists that all three of us, and by the three of us, I just mean John, myself, and Eric, but, there's more to Bandit than just that. I think that we look for artists that we truly do have a passion about. Like, we don't have to, sell our souls in order to push the artists that we represent.
And that, kind of speaking on that has been known to get us in trouble at particular points in time. I know we've passed on artists before that would have been an easy path to the finish line to work with. They already had a lot of things laid out, but it was situations where we may not have been feeling the music completely, and we wanted to do more development with a particular artist that didn't really have a lot going on, but we identified with them and their music and the whole movement that they were trying to create.